How y'all doing? This is the All the Smoke podcast. I'm your host, Tommy Gunz. I will be your only host today critiquing the battles. Today we got a real special one. This is Goals versus Slyde. This is a very special battle. Um, One, because it took place out of town. It took place in Dayton, Ohio. We mainly do a lot of our footage in Columbus. So that was a big up for us. Also, the winner of this battle gets IcyHot tickets. So that's also a big win for us. Now, I'm going to be critiquing this battle alone. Um, Main reason being is because I'm going to give you a more updated structure on how this game goes. So everybody's in the clear, nobody has a cloudy mind, and everybody kind of knows the objective. Okay, that's both Slyde battlers and the audience, for your entertainment purposes and all of that. So we're going to go over the structure, and then I'm going to use the structure to critique the battle. Okay, so let's just get into it. All right, I got it all written down. Hopefully, it makes sense to you. All right. Now, when it comes to Slyde battles, the structure is that of like basketball and boxing. Okay, the Slyde is like dribbling a basketball, but instead of a hoop or a basket, the points are based on the dribbling, just the dribbling, how well you dribble, how well you maintain your dribble, no matter what your opponent throws at you. Now, imagine one person following another person, both dribbling the ball, left hand, right hand, at the very same time to the rhythm of the beat. That is generally the fundamentals of the game. It's generally it. Now, if you want to dribble behind your back, through your legs, do a spin, it doesn't matter as long as you maintain left, right. You can do a cartwheel, you can do the splits, it does not matter as long as you maintain the left and the right. And that's pretty much it for both players. Now, once you get into the offense and defense, that's when it breaks down a little bit more. Now, we're going to start with the offense. Offense being the point man, the leader. Now, basically, what happens is I critique this person first because anything that the point man or the leader does is going to cause a chain reaction of events for the feature, the follower. Now, for example, the first fault that we'll talk about is switching the count. Simply switching the count. The best example of switching the count is a double. A double is, let's just use the basketball analogy again. If I'm going left, right, and then the person in front, the leader, point man, dribbles to this hand. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to make the person behind them be on this hand. And that's the switch of the count that I'm talking about. So that is automatically a fault on the point man for being the leader and switching the count. There should be no switching of the count. That is always going to be considered a fault. And what that does, again, is that makes the feature, the follower, have to ask itself now, is there a new count now? And that is basically what happens in this situation. If the point man switches the count, then I give the feature 2 counts to catch up with the new count. Now, let's just say that again. Once the point man switches the count, which is a fault on the point man, give the feature 2 counts to catch up. And that's generally it. Other than that, I count everything against the point man because his job is to stay on point. Now, other than that, let's just say if the feature, the follower, fouls the point man, such as kicking of the feet, bumping into him, any kind of contact to disrupt the point man's overall movement or disrupt his stride, those are all going to be fouls against the feature. Points deducted against the feature. Okay, and that's pretty much it as far as the point man is concerned. Now, the faults you'll see for the point man, switching of the count, doubles, things of that nature. Those are all going to be faults on the point man. Okay, and that's generally it, besides not maintaining the count. We already went over that. And that's generally it. Watch the point man first to see if he makes any mistakes. And let's just say the point man made no mistakes. At that point, I count everything against the feature, the follower, because if the point man is on point, then the feature should be on point as well. And that's pretty much how the game is played. How well you follow me doing me, how well I follow you doing you. That's generally it. And that's the competition. Now let's get into the feature or the follower. Their only job is to maintain everything I've already said, as well as maintaining being within 3 feet. Now I've worded it as being within 3 feet because if the point man spins around and wants to go the other direction, then you're not technically following that person anymore. You're face to face with that person. So you're not always going to be directly behind the person. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of room to move in these situations, but you do have to stay within 3 feet, or that is considered a break. Okay, and I already discussed the fouls. Fouls are generally caused by the follower, not the point man. Okay, now, if for any reason the point man is heading in the direction of the follower, the feature, then that is going to result in the foul, an offensive foul, the point man. Okay, and that actually happens in this battle, so we're going to go over that as well. And that's generally it for both the positions and the structure. Now, when I said it's like boxing, that's pretty much that's the point structure. Okay, picture all of these faults and doubles and all of these things as punches landed in the ring. Okay, now those are all just punches landed in the ring, but there is an ultimate punch that knocks you out. Period. And that is called a KD, a knockdown. Now, if somebody gets KD'd, that means basically their hand touched the ground and it was not a trick, a spin, or anything like that. Just generally touched the ground, not on purpose. Okay, that is a KD. And in boxing, that would be considered a KO. And you would automatically lose that round because of that, unless you knock out the other person in that same round. That is the way the game is played. That is how we critique that level. Okay, and that's generally it. When you hear us talking about sprawling, that is generally being on all 8 wheels. When you're striding, that is on 6 wheels. You're going to have your back foot up. Okay, it means you're on 6 wheels. When you're on 8 wheels, the reason we critique sprawling as a punch landed is because it's more of a defense mechanism. It's not necessarily a trick in this instance. People use it as a trick, but 9 times out of 10, it's a defense mechanism. It is a way of not failing. Okay, and you'll see exactly what I mean when we get into this battle. All of these things are going to be used to critique this battle. Okay, and that's generally it. The only other thing besides the left right, you can do tricks on the count. Okay, so you can do spins, you can do splits, you can do all of these different things on the stride, but when it comes to the following count, it still has to be on the same side that it was supposed to be on originally. Whether you did it, no matter if you did a spin or not, no matter if you did a trick or not, you're always supposed to be left, right, never to the same side, because that disrupts the follower, the feature, and that causes the chain reaction, and that is a fault on the point man. Okay, and that's generally it. If you have any questions, feel free, leave comments. I'll help break these down, and maybe you'll bring a new light to something that I have to dabble into. I already know there are a couple things, but I'll handle them as they come up. And just for a little clarity, Slyde battles under this structure have only been taking place for not even 6 months, not even a year. Okay, the first battles that I've orchestrated were March 1st. We're about to get into July. We're about to get into August. Okay, not even 6 months yet. So when it comes to, let's just use the analogy again. When it comes to basketball, when it comes to fouls in basketball, I don't think they had technical, flagrant, personal fouls when the game first started. I believe they just had fouls. And as the game went on, it developed. And that's exactly what's going on here. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to keep developing it until it makes more and more sense. And it's just going to keep growing. And that is exactly what we want. You know, this is going to be a beautiful thing, and we're just going to keep moving forward. Now, that is generally the structure, and I advise you to listen to this over and over again till it all makes sense. Watch battles, and it'll all start to make more and more sense to you. Like, I get it. That's where he messed up, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to get into this battle, and you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it moving. All right. Let me just pull this up. We're going to get it popping. Already got the battle pulled up. Now, I'm going to critique this from front to back, and I'm going to use all of the points that I just said to you. This is the Slyde versus Ghost battle. Winner of this gets IcyHot tickets. All right, let's get it. All right, Ghost is starting off, so I'm going to be watching him first, and then I'm going to go back and watch it again to see what Slyde did. So far, so good. No sprawls. Maintaining his stride. That was clean. Okay. Now, when I watched that, I didn't see Ghost make any mistakes. I didn't see him double. I didn't see him sprawl. I saw him just clean striding. A lot of the first rounds are like this. People get warmed up to kind of get out of their head to trying to make things happen. But we're gonna just keep watching. I'll just watch it back just to double check, you know, because basically, if Ghost is clean, every mistake that Slyde makes is all on him. So Ghost was clean. So we're going to see if Slyde sprawls, doubles, or does anything just to maintain his stride or keep up with Ghost. So let's go. So far, so good. And you can always tell they're still on the same count, because if Slyde never switches and then Ghost lands and it's on the same foot, you know Ghost was clean. I said it was a sprawl in the video, but he didn't sprawl. He was pretty clean. Both of these were clean during Ghost being the point man. Now that Slyde is the point man, I'm going to watch Slyde if he makes any mistakes before I start even critiquing Ghost. All right. See right there, I got to watch again. I got to see if he doubled. I got to see if he switched the count. Gotta watch that again. This is how it is for me. Gotta watch it again. Now, this is where judges come in, because me, the way I see it, that's a sprawl. He sprawled right there. He sprawled. He maintained the left right, but he sprawled to maintain it. He was on all eights when he did that move. Still just critiquing Slyde. That was a sprawl too. I remember seeing that. That's 2 sprawls on Slyde. Was that a double at the end right there? That was a sprawl to make him shake him like that. I was talking too much. Hold on. I think that was a double too. Hold on. One more time. Okay, he's clean. So 2 sprawls.
Round 1, baby. So you go.
2 sprawls. Now, when I see that, automatically 2 points deducted. Anything within those 2 sprawls, I do not count against Ghost. You cannot cross somebody and travel. All right, so let's watch it all the way from the beginning. And now, basically what I do is I cancel out if Ghost made any mistakes during those 2 sprawls. And then anything after that, I count against Ghost. So let's see what happens in this first round. First round with Ghost as point guard, completely clean on both sides. Pretty much 0-0. Okay, so here we go. He makes sure he lands. That was close. But that was on that sprawl that I was talking about. Now here, 1 count, 2 counts, and then he jumps back on. So when I count these, like I said, for every dribble, let's just say, for every stride not landed is a point deducted. That's how I see it. So if somebody is on the ground, the other person should still maintain the stride. Because for every count, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. That's how I see it. So you got to learn to recover, okay? Let's watch this again. They both sprawl, but that's a sprawl against Slyde. Now right here, 1, 2, and then he gets back on. So that's 2 counts. Another sprawl. Now, let me just stop it right here, because this is how I see it, okay? Another judge might see it differently. I automatically count Slyde twice for the 2 sprawls that he did on his round, okay? He made both of those up with that 1 move because Ghost lost on that 1 move. So now it's 2-2, the way I see it. Okay? Now, even when he did this, hold on. That sprawl does not count against Ghost at all either. So right now they're tied up, but then you see that. That was a sprawl to maintain being close and maintain his stride. So doesn't count against him. It counts against Slyde. It's 2-2. Sprawl. So now Slyde would be up to me. Now, that's it. Round 1, when Ghost was point man, even, both sides. Slyde was point man. Slyde up 1. I give it to by 1. This was not a big gap. It was not like he washed him with that 1 move, because he did so many different things. And if he would have did Nothing but that, it would have looked a lot worse. But because he had the sprawl to do it, let's keep going. Those sprawls really count. Being the point man, the way I see it, if you're messing up as a point man, it really counts against you. So he's only up 1 for this round. So that's it. Now this is when it gets a little hairy. We are in round 2 now. Once he pushes it, that's when I start critiquing. Okay. Starts getting on his thing. Now, that right there, that is an offensive foul. Slyde was not going into him. The question is, how much do I count against Ghost in this sense? Now, I don't give Slyde anything. How much do I count against Ghost? So, watch it again, get a little more clarity. And that was actually a double. Hold on. And you saw Slyde had to switch his feet up. Slyde should never have to switch his feet up. And like I said, that's a clear indicator that a person doubled, that the point man doubled. Because the feature generally doesn't double unless the point man does. He has no reason to. Better he stays on that foot, the better he can stay moving in his direction. All right, so he doubled prior to that, and then there's this spin. Like I said, you can do a spin, but it's all in how you land. Now let me just do the count. We're going to be counting the back leg and see where he lands on the spin after the foul. So he doubled at the beginning, he fouled him, that's 2 against him, and then let's see if he even landed on the right foot. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. He did land on the right foot, but all of these are counts. Every time he stops his stride, it's a count. It's not a double, it's just a fault for every stride missed. All of these kind of count against him. Like and then his round is up. So it's, I mean, how many faults are against Ghost right here, technically? Now, I know his skate was messed up, but in any sport, you don't give somebody a pass for their faults, for their faulty equipment, and that's just it. I'm not even going to look at him touching the ground. He did touch the ground. We're not even going to call that because I didn't even make him aware of this before this. I did tell him about it, but it wasn't prior to this battle. Okay, so let's just watch it again. All counts against him. Count. So, I mean, I could just round that to 5. And in these 5 faults that Ghost makes as the point man, all his fault, he doesn't make Slyde make that many faults in the same round. So I'm really not even going to look at it unless I feel like the second half of it is close. I already feel like Ghost lost his half off of this. So just keep watching. Now again, I'm only looking at Slyde first. I just skipped past Slyde on his part because Ghost, he didn't make it look good, so I'm just like, there's no point of critiquing it. So let's just move forward. My fault. Now he doubled. Trick. Same foot. Lands on the right foot. Hold on. Let me get that back real quick. So we know this is a double. So after the double, right, left, right, left, right. Same, the foot he was supposed to land on. After the trick. Now that's the part I didn't see. Let me see if he doubled right there. It was tricky. That is tricky. That is tricky. It's hard to see what he did. He didn't sprawl at all, but it's hard to see which leg he had back basically, because he kind of slid to the side. But I think that would make his front leg. So let's watch it again. Just watch it again. Boom. I've watched this battle a few times and I do remember this part, and I had to ask myself what exactly happened right here. So right. He's clean. Right. Left. Right. He maintained his count. We'll get to his part. So, okay. In this one, Slyde doubled at the very beginning. And I'll point that out again. And for the most part, he was clean. So let's watch his half again. All right, a little bit further. He sprawled. I can't count that against Ghost. He actually landed that. He didn't sprawl on the count. Now that might have been a baby sprawl with him trying to keep up. Boom. That was a sprawl. He picks it up. He picks it up barely, but he does pick it up. I only got one sprawl so far. Sprawl. Sprawl. Count. 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 You see what I'm saying? Like those are counts. No matter what's going on, maintain your stride. So that is a very big fundamental. You know what I'm saying? If you make a mistake, get right back on it, and that's what it's about. This is about sharpening people, sharpening to keep you on point. So, I mean, I'm judging the whole round. Ghost pretty much beat himself this round. Now, this is something that I do plan on implementing right here. I do want to give each battler in between each round, you get one timeout in between each round. One timeout. And that's just one timeout, period, just to make that clear. You can use it between the first and the second, or the second and the third. 30 seconds. That's it. Either person can, you only get one timeout. I'm not gonna say it again. Just like I do it like this, just call timeout when the horn goes off, and I'll make that happen for you. Just like this. Because these things do happen. I'm not saying these things these things don't happen, but you have to be prepared for these things. You know, I mean, I think everybody knows what's going on with their skates. Period. I always know what's going on with my skates. I know when they messed up. I mean, I skated for a whole year with messed up skates. I knew exactly what was wrong with them. Just wasn't ready to fix them yet.
We ain't done yet. You still got one round. One more round left. Yeah.
So, I gave Slyde the second round. That gives him the battle. We're still going to watch this, but we're going to give it to Slyde.
Keep it regulated. Just like basketball. Don't nobody ready? All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hold on. Cheers.
All right. 2020 on Ghost. Watching him.
Last round, baby, let's get it.
He's got to watch his count because that was off beat. But I'm not even going to. That's one of those things I got to learn. I'm going to have to implement. One of them things I'm going to have to implement is actually being on time. You are left riding, but you are losing count at the same time. All right.
Okay.
He's getting busy. That was a double. Now let's look at that.
Okay.
All right, so he doubled back there, so I got to pay attention to the new count right after he doubles.
Okay.
Left, right, left, right, left. It's another double. So let's look at it again. Catch the double. Left, right, left, right, left, right. See, he doubled. Now this is the thing too. See, when they do that walk and then they walk again, it does put them back on count. But initially it is a walk. When you land on the wrong foot, you land on the wrong foot. Period. I can't say he jumped back on. You shouldn't have jumped off. So watch when he lands. That's wrong. And then he fixed it right there. But he actually fixed it on the following count. If you didn't land right, period, you can't fix it on the following count. You've already switched the count. This is interesting, man. This does get difficult to decipher, but I believe it's going to get easier. Like, it's going to get easier over time, and I hope everything that I'm saying is clear, because really everything I'm saying is still based on the structure. It's just based on what I see happening. Period. All right. So let me go to the beginning again. Beginning of this round. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go even further back. Give me a chance to breathe. Let's get it. Now I'm watching Slyde based on the mistakes that Ghost made. If I'm not mistaken, it was about 3 of them. That was a sprawl, but that was where he doubled though. Wait a minute, let me check. Let me check. I don't know. If he didn't double right there, that's all Slyde. Let's see.
Last round, baby. Let's get it.
That's a point. That's a point for Ghost.
Okay.
See, even through all of the shuffling, he maintains his stride. He had a double to keep back up with him. That was his double. And him trying to get back up to his count. Taking less than one count to catch back up with him. Let me see. Hold on. Right there. I don't know. I don't know if he got it up in time.
This is it, baby.
He kind of scooted. He hit it though.
This is it,
I want to say he hit it.
Let's go.
I'm watching Slyde. Double. And I don't know how many times he just doubled right there. Double. Boom. Then he walked it out. So it's like two doubles. So let me watch this. Once he switches the count, I'm going to go from there and see if he doubled again. That's right, left, right, left. So he doubled twice. Back to back. I feel like he ran out of... just trying to pull that off.
That's it.
All right, so, I mean, question is, who do I give the third round to? We know Slyde won. Congratulations, Slyde. You won the battle. A lot more sprawls and more mistakes made on Ghost's half, and that's really what it is. It's like there's no technically points. It's all about the mistakes made. And that's really just like when you go to the locker room, they're gonna be talking about the mistakes that was made. How you lost is based on the mistakes that you made. So it's very interesting. So, but that's it. That last round, point for point, there was two doubles on Slyde on his side. If I'm not mistaken, there was let me check. I'll check real quick. I think there was only one double. No, there was two doubles. No, three doubles because he doubled back to back when he came out of that spin. Man, it gets confusing after a while. But let me just go back to his round real quick. He gets ready. All right.
Let's go.
Let's see. Let me take my time.
Hold on.
Even on this round, basically how I see it, like even before I look at it, it's like, so if Ghost made more mistakes than Slyde made when he was the point man, it's like it just you pretty much lost your half of the round. So it's like I don't even have to count from that. All I got to do is see how many times he makes a mistake, and then maybe I have to go back to the drawing board. But for the most part, it's like if the point man is making the most mistakes, I don't even have to go back and watch the tape because it's going to cancel itself out. I already got so many mistakes off top, and I'm mainly focused on the point man. See, he sprawled, but that was the sprawl. That was the sprawl. So he got that on him. But then when he doubles, so you one up right now, Ghost, and then you double. So now y'all even. And now this is 2 doubles right here. So now you're down 2 with you being the point man. All right, so like I said, he sprawled. So when I look at his, see what he gets on you. And that was the double, so he had to switch the count. You double twice, so I count nothing against Ghost. Now Slyde has to catch up. And he does this for like a lot of his time. And then he makes him sprawl right here. So other than that, that just puts Ghost down 1 on his round. And I already feel like Ghost lost his half of the round. So yeah, that's 3-0. That's 3-0. That's how I see it. Anybody, leave in the comments. Let me know what you think. Based on what I've broken down, based on how I've structured it, let me know what you think. I may have missed some things. I'm trying to keep this, streamlined and understandable as possible. Not trying to waste anybody's time, but yeah, the feedback is always helpful, and I always love to use it. But that's basically it, man. Slyde, congratulations. You get the IcyHot tickets, and this is just the beginning too. We definitely plan on, working our way up to get more things to win. You know what I'm saying? Things of the culture. You know what I'm saying? This is all this is for. You know what I'm saying? For y'all's entertainment and to help these young guys get better and actually train instead of just practice. There's levels of this. The street ball level has always existed and it always will. But you know what I'm saying, let's see if we can level up. This is the All the Smoke podcast. Make sure you roll up.